Okay. I can see myself there. Just make sure that the thing is working properly. Because one time I streamed for 20 minutes and it was not on. Okay, hello everyone. We have sound and we have picture nominally. Go freaking desktop. What are you doing? What you doing, desktop? That's weird. Okie doke. It's working. I think the desktop Twitch is having desktop Twitch problems, so we'll just keep an eye on that. Hello everyone. My name is Allie. I'm from Ok2BeFat because it is okay to be fat. Okay. I'm gonna start that over. Okay, so hello everyone, my name is Allie. I'm from Ok2BeFat because it is okay to be fat. Welcome to your Yakuza stream. We stream the greater Yakuza series, including Judgment series. You know, we haven't gotten to it yet, but we're gonna do it. And some ancillary material, so hopefully that will be fun and enjoyable for y'all. Thank you to the following people: Puffin Killer and Juniper Nest. Thank you guys for the follow. Thank y'all for the follows. Appreciate that so much. Firefox, why are you doing it? Okay, so Suzuki-san, I have some work for you. Let me see. I'm like, is this another one of them dealios where, like, Windows is like, update your laptop now. Do it now. No. I guess it's just Firefox having a problem. Or Twitch. Any of these things could be the thing. Who's to say? Hopefully that'll load. Alright. You know what? I want to see if I have any customization of it. Ooh, I do. I'm gonna tune it. I don't know what it means. But it's probably good. Ooh, turbo duration. I love that. I don't care about handling. I'm just gonna wham into the walls. There's no point to it. Ah, okay. Everything's working. Haha! Good for me. Alright. So... Oh, shit. I didn't mean to back all the way out of it. Dang. Okay, so what we're doing on the stream today is we are going to do the rest of the Devil Killer missions, which I do think we'll be able to get through those, and then we're going to boop on over and do a little karaoke, and then plot, everybody! So I hope you're ready for plot. Depending on how far we get, we might even be able to see your favorite boy, Majima, so we'll see how that works. Okay. It's that client from the highway rest area. So the Devil Killers are back for more, huh? Then I'm on my way. Mind if I tag along? That way you can teach me how to deal with more clients. He obviously knows where I'm going. What happened to studying for your class too?
Hey.
Well, both Wada-san and Muramatsu-san seem pretty sure I could pass now. They gave me their okay. Did they really? Yeah, I even aced a practice test. I've been studying my butt off. Help me out, Hirakawa-san. I'd say you've been making an admirable effort. Why not take him with you, Suzuki-san? He does need more time in the field. I'm not sure he'd benefit from this kind of request. Aw, don't say that. Even if it doesn't seem relevant, I still want to know how it's done. You're certainly enthusiastic. Now, if that's not dedication, I don't know what is. Wouldn't you say so?
Hey.
I guess. Cool. I'm gonna take that as a yes then. Now let's jam. Kiryu is like, I do not wish to jam. There are only 2 out of 4 kings left to go. You can do this. At least he's not trying to dissuade me like before. You beat Crash Kijiwara first, and then Cool Yushimi? I guess that means today you'll be facing. Hey guys! It's me! Which one of you big boys is Mr. Suzuki from Nagasu Taxi? Ooh, there he is! The second in command of the 4 Kings, Gentle Nakamura. What's so gentle about him? Beats me, but he's a true veteran, one of the oldest on the team. He's the last original devil killer too, been with him from the start. And don't let his age fool you, he's as fast as lightning and then some. Not to mention he's racked up tons of wisdom and experience behind the wheel. You're pretty clued in for a youngster. Not bad, Mr. Suzuki. Actually, Mr. Suzuki is the guy right here. Hey, Lil Sob, how you doing? Ah, so you're the man. Are you sure you're in the right place? Truth be told, I thought you'd be a little less on in years. That makes 2 of us. Ho ho! Don't mistake me for one of those doddering old seniors you see puttering about. When it comes to driving, experience trumps all else. I've refined my skills over decades, maturing them like a fine wine. Now I hear you've already bested 2 of the 4 Kings. Is that correct? That is. You've been freaking out the entire afternoon? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm like on a days-long freak out myself. Well, I mean, you don't have to compare. If you feel freaked out, that's, you know, that's not what I want either. I hope that you feel better. Well, from where I'm standing, those guys might as well be fresh out of driving school. Just because you know how to hold the wheel and step on the gas doesn't mean you know how to race. Watch and learn, Mr. Suzuki, because today's lesson is how to lose sight of a veteran. Get to the top! Okay. Okay. Let's get to the top. Mr. Suzuki. Oh, for fuck's sake! There. Okay. I'm fucking boned. Dang! I know! Nice of them to let me catch up. It's not supposed to be that hard. I'm gonna hold on to this for a second. Oh, fuck. Alright, y'all. It's not my best run, I have to say. No! Oh, I shouldn't have done it there. Fuck. Yo, I'm gonna lose. I am gonna lose. What is happening here? Oh! I guess it's better not to hit all of the walls. But, I mean, what if the other walls feel jealous that I didn't hit them? I mean, you gotta think about these things, you know? Fuck! Oh no, I lost it! Shit! Shit! Y'all, he's gonna whip my ass. Well, I hope there's another one, because I have done messed up, y'all, in every way it is possible to mess up this minigame. I have done it for you. If I wanted to demo ways to mess up a minigame, I could not have done a better job. So, congratulations to me. I feel like, yep, it's all going great. It's fine. Fuck. Yep, fuck it. No, shit! I am boned. I'm gonna have to do this over. Boo. Alright, don't hit that one. Where'd he go? Fuck. Fuck, y'all. Oh. Dang! Dang! Oh god, is that gonna be enough? I should not have won that. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I did upgrade the thing that was like your handling is bad now. I think I just also am just not that great of this. Oh god. Roll back down, you dingus. There we go. It's already Tokyo Drift. It wouldn't need to change. Oh, Fukuoka Drift. Good point, good point. Too fast, too cute. Very nice. Oh my god. You did it, Suzuki-san. That's nearly all 4 kings. You should not have won that, and yet you did. There's only one left. Their leader. How could this be? I've been racing for decades. Doggone it. Though. Oh, I meant to say, welcome Gilead too, by the way. Hello, hope you're having a nice day. I suppose this turn of events isn't entirely uncalled for. I must say, Nakajima found himself a diamond in the rough. Did you just say Nakajima? How do you know our boss? How? Why, he's the original devil killer. The man started this gang over 20 years ago. What? I love Kiryu's oh shit face. I'm always on board with cool Yakuza shit. That's nice. Well, we're glad to have you on board. We all love cool Yakuza shit. Huh? Wait, you're telling me the chief started the devil killers? You gotta be joking. He's just an old geezer. I mean, no offense. We were all a lot younger 20 years ago. Your boss was a real speed demon back then. The fastest in Fukuoka. Maybe all of Kyushu. That's just... Pfft, nah, my brain can't handle this. Huh? Then tell me why a legendary god of street racing would just quit to start driving taxis around. Y'all, this has the same energy as when my oldest niece was like 8, and for some reason, I guess because my brain is broken and I have no sense, I asked her how old she thought I was. This was when I was in my early 30s, and she was like, I don't know, like, or maybe even 20s, I don't know. She was like, I don't know, like 53, and then I like died. Babe, that was my face when I got a bunch of texts from a friend I've never met IRL before. Your guess is as good as mine, young man. Weren't you an original member of his team? Surely you must know something. Now Kiryu wants the story too. Back then I was just a slowpoke. I never really got to talk to the man. Though, I'm glad I stuck with it. I made it to the Four Kings, after all. It took me long enough. And now I go losing to a taxi driver. Perhaps my age has finally caught up with me. Some racer I am, eh? It's not your fault, Nakamura. Kiryu is just like a demigod, and he is preternaturally good at everything. he's gonna go defeat the 6 kings of water polo later, and he's never been in a pool. And he'll fix all of their problems, and then they'll just be like, this man, he was here for a week, but his legend will last forever. Taxi pissed me off at the beginning. The beginning Taxi, I was like, are these people gonna make me do 30 missions where I have to signal in order to turn? But I have a theory about that. I'll tell you about it. I mean, you know what? I think it's a good time, actually. So, like, nah, you know what? Do I want to talk about Kiryu's part and the gameplay aspects of his part before it's over? No, maybe I'll wait until it's over and then we'll talk about how I think the gameplay... I really do feel like Yakuza 5 is absolutely top tier in the Yakuza series. It is one of the best of all of the games. It's like up there with like 0 and 7. It is that good. I mean, there's some parts where I wish they had done things differently. But, and we'll talk about that when we get there, but insofar as like design and gameplay, supporting us, like using gameplay mechanics to support the feeling you want the character to have to empathize with the protagonist, I just feel like this is like top tier. I hated to having to actually obey the laws of traffic. I mean, me too. I made my husband do all of them missions, and then the first one popped up when the second edible was hitting, and I had a full time trying to make that work. But it was a tutorial mission, so Wada just got like real mad at me, and I was like, he's so angry. But he didn't fail me because I was doing him a favor. So, but yeah, I'll talk about that a little bit more later, I think. Oh, we'll talk about it. Just not right this second. I don't want, it's no spoiler stream, and I'm not gonna ban you for a slip up. I'll just ask you to like be more careful next time. Like, I don't really ban people for stuff like that. I mean, I have banned people, but not for that. I'll just ask you to be more careful next time. If you have a little slip up, but. Isn't it nice and fun to, like, watch people experience it for the first time? I think so. I love the animation of Kiryu's resting face, by the way. It is so good. This is, like, they have tuned the ever-loving shit out of this engine before they, like, leap over to, well, they do 0, where it's, like, absolutely just stunningly good. And then they go into the Dragon engine. It's just, things are nice. It's not about spoilers. Well, we're doing kind of, you know what, if you want to talk about the taxi part, like, go ahead. I'm just not going to talk about it right now, but if you want to, totally go ahead. The only thing that I'm like, don't talk about, like, this is a LGBTQ neurodivergent stream, so we don't do like ableism or homophobia stuff, like, obviously, but also just like try to avoid spoilers, be nice to each other. That's about it. Hey there, I heard you was out showing Kid Kawaku the ropes today, huh? No, today I was up against the devil killers. Dun dun dun. He said it to see what he's gonna say. You hated 7? Oh, do you not like it? Did you not like the jump to the RPG format? Like, do you prefer the beat 'em up? Hi, I Heart Linux. I mean, that's an okay. Like, if you didn't like it, that's an okay opinion. Like, some people did not like the Switch, and it's very different. So I can, if that's not to your taste, I can see it. Oh, that thing you were doing for the local police? Don't get in any accidents, you hear? Chief, I need to ask you something. like, no, you don't have to, like, have the same opinions of me about the game as me about the games. That's okay. Like, you can have a different opinion. How are you doing, I Heart Linux? I hope well. And what's that? Like, I am an RPG player from, like, my original PlayStation days when I was playing Final Fantasy VII. So, like, to me, flipping in an RPG format was like going home to my roots, you know. So, like, I like that kind of play, but it is not to everyone's taste. And, like, there's grinding, you know. There's an amount of grinding that you need to do. 7 games in a row, you swing a bike once, 4 dudes die at once. In 7, you have to let 4 guys line up to hit you. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely different with the RPG kind of style and stuff. So I can see if, like, if that's not your thing, I can see it. You got to shout at a few computers today, I heard, Linux? Well, I hope they did what you wanted after you yelled at them. Lil Sab, I'm waving back at you, but I don't have a cam, so you can't see it. Absolutely. Good job, then. Okay. And what's that? Is it true? You were the one who founded the Devil Killers? Where'd you hear that? From Gentle Nakamura, the guy I just raised? Looks like a cat's out of the bag. I was thinking to have a sit down with you one of these days. Might as well be now. Lil Sub says, I kind of want to smooth out the worry think lines through Kiryu's forehead. I mean, he has carved grooves into his forehead from scowling. He was a... When we saw that flashback of him in, like, what was that? 2? Of him, like, even pre... 0, he still was scowling. He's a little scowly baby. It is dramatic music time, I agree. When you're young, you had time to do whatever your heart desires. For me, that was Cars. I love them more than anything. Well, just about. Before I knew it, there was a whole bunch of us, motorheads to the core. So, I decided to form the Devil Killers. We raced day and night, trying to shave seconds off our best times. We all knew the dangers of racing on the highway, but we were careful. We tracked down the best spots, found out when there was the least traffic. We even posted lookouts with walkie-talkies. We were a close-knit bunch. It wasn't long before we gained a reputation as the fastest boys in town. Kiryu relates based on his pocket circuit days. He was the fastest boy in town, it's just they were tiny cars. My Devil Killer days, that was the prime of my life. Can you imagine? This old, gnarled stump of a tree once had leaves up top. Ha ha ha. Anyhow, as with anything, time was never on our side. With each passing generation, the glue that held the crew together seemed to be dissolving. Now look at them. Oh, I will say also for your point, Gilead, about the bikes and stuff in 7, I do think that they, even with the RPG style, they try to incorporate some of that stuff from the environmental, and I just, it was not quite successful in my opinion, and I suspect that they're going to tune that up for the next game. They drive like reckless maniacs, no regard for safety whatsoever. Then they brought gambling on board. When it comes down to it, there ain't hardly nothing left of the vision I once had. Only greed and ill gain remain.
Yeah.
People shouldn't have to suffer because of it. Racing was about the thrill, not this. Listen up, Suzuki-san. There's something I want to ask you. Yes? when I had two guys, the second guy kicked a bike towards the enemy and only succeeded in hitting my own first guy. Yeah, I mean, it did not, like, there was some problems with stuff like that. But you know, like, if you're not just totally against the RPG format, and like, hey, if you don't like it, you don't. Like, that's fair. But I RGG Studios is amazing at iteration, and I suspect some of those bugs are going to be worked out, and I also suspect they're probably going to bring the grind level for the normal mode down a bit, because like a lot of people, if you're not used to RPGs, there is a point in the story, if you got there, where your ass is going to get wrecked utterly, if you haven't like really been grinding things up. And I think a lot of people got really wrecked at that point, and then had to go back and grind in kind of the most irritating way possible. And that's not fun. So like, I suspect, considering the amount, I mean, like, I don't know, I haven't read a lot of the Japanese reception to it, but like, based on stuff that I kind of saw, I suspect they might tune that down a little bit, fix some of the environmental stuff, you know, just to tune it a little bit better. It was their first outing, you know. I quit it. I would have popped an arty if I kept going. That's fair enough. I'm subbed to a guy on YouTube who's working on undoing the genre change. I'll probably wait till he's done modding the game. Hey, if someone does a mod to make it back into a beat 'em up, I would love to see that. That would be like really interesting, and I would like to see how that was executed. So yeah, that's a really interesting idea. So yeah, I mean, you know, and there's still, like, hopefully they'll put out another Judgment game, because I really liked Lost Judgment. I thought it was really good. So you know, if you like the Judgment series, then you know you still got the kind of classic Kiryu beat 'em up stuff. So but yeah, I'm sorry you didn't like the genre change. It's a change, you know, and there's no denying that. That's for sure. If I had a PS4, I would love to be at Judgment. Judgment is awesome. And like, we're definitely gonna do Judgment probably after 7. But I also have to go back and do Dead Souls because there was equipment issues. And I'm just like, I can't deal with the equipment issues right now because there's extra stuff when it's from the PS3, so that's just gonna have to wait. And I do have both of the Samurai, like, olden times ones that aren't translated. We're gonna play those. How will that be? I don't know. Here's what I do promise you from the bottom of my heart. I will not know enough Japanese at that point to know what's going on. So just so you know, I'm not gonna know either. So, there we go. Okay. Alright, security says yes. I want you to break up the devil killers. Can you do that for me? Dot, dot, dot. Oh god, the phone! Oh, I had to push the button to answer it. Okay. How many buttons am I gonna have to push to answer his phone? Hello? I mean, Dead Souls is like a goof, you know? But it's a fun goof, I think. I mean, it's unfortunate that it's a shooting game and the aiming is broken. That is gonna cause a lot of legitimate complaints. But I like the story. I think it's fun. It's not canon. You know, whatever. It's got one of the greatest karaoke's. Like, Majima's Get to the Top in Dead Souls is fucking excellent. It is choice top karaoke for the series. Okay, hello? What's up, Suzuki-san? I'm the unidentified caller. You did get to see Hana-chan again. Although I'm past that point, and I guess I should probably just start over, to be honest. That's probably what I'll do, is I'll just start over. I was not that far into it, to be honest, so. Hana is my one and only waifu in this franchise. That's an excellent opinion, and I approve of it very heartily. The phone looks like it's disappearing in his hands. Yeah, one of the tricks that they did in this engine to make Kiryu's punches look really punchy is to make his physical hands quite large. And so you usually don't notice it, but sometimes when he picks up a glass or a phone, you're like, whoa! Is his hand bigger than his head? It's not, but like it is bigger than it probably should be. But yeah, it's pretty funny. Who is this? The last of the four kings. Technically, the fifth to lead the devil killers. Long story short, I'm Devil Takamura. How did you get this number? Ha! Wouldn't you like to know? Kiryu's like, yes? What is it you want? See, you've been preying on my teammates lately. And thanks to a taxi driver of all people, they've been on a losing streak. Adela Siobhan, welcome. Kiryu blogs his number. I mean, he probably did. You know what Adela Siobhan, you know what they say about a man with large hands? He wears large gloves. That's true. It'd be bad if word got around, so someone's got to nip that in the bud. I'm going to change the chassis back. I think Gilead2 is correct. Having that no-handling chassis on has really messed me up. I don't see why. Let the people know the truth. Yeah, I don't think so. Our livelihood depends on our rep. Take that away, you take away our business. Get me? That's what you get for basing your business on extortion. Say what you like. Either way, we need to get back our good name. I'm thinking on, like, a major scale. So, let's hold a race with spectators and all. How about it? Me against you? Or are you afraid to get your ass handed to you? No! 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 I refuse to be a part of your circus act! I don't know why it came out that way to start with, but I just went with it, but that's not Kiryu's normal voice. Let me do it over. No. I refuse to be part of a circus act. You should wait to hear my offer. I'm assuming Nakajima, wimp that he is, asked you to dismantle the devil killers. Am I right? Dot. Thought so. What, are you saying you'll disband the devil killers if I beat you in a race? That's exactly what I'm saying. Whoever rules the road makes the rules. This is gonna come back so much in Lost Judgment. Do you know how many people we're gonna race? So many! In other words, the fastest guy calls the shots. That's always been our way. Fine. You'll get your race. And just so you know, I don't take kindly to people who go back on their word. Of course. Wouldn't expect you to. But just so you know, there's a reason I'm in charge of the devil killers. You better be prepared, old man. God Pasta, hello! Hello, girls, gays, and theys. How was your wrath month? You know, I'm existing. But sometimes you just have to wait it out. And so I'm trying to do that as good as I can. I'm not good at waiting, though. It's not one of my patience. I wanted to say many virtues. I have virtues. I don't know if they're many. That's not for me to say. But I will say that patience is not one of them. You know. I got to channel some wrath into making computers work today. That was nice. Yeah. Waiting is the most anxious, annoying thing. Yeah, Tom Petty was right. Waiting is the hardest part. So this Devil Takamura, I mean, it's not, but it's bad. Sometimes, I don't know. Let's talk about something else. So this Devil Takamura says he'll break up the team if you win?
Hey.
That's the long and the short of it. So the bad seeds I sowed way back has sprouted into weeds, tangling up the new generation. I'm ashamed. Don't be so hard on yourself. I, for one, was the 4th chairman of the Tojo Yakuza clan. It's very large. Now granted, it was only for a day and mostly a formality. But people don't treat it like it was a formality, so it's weird. Okay. Don't be so hard on yourself. But I do have to ask. Are you really okay having such a big part of your past gone for good? I don't mind. The ones I care about most are all right here beside me. Ain't that right, Wada-chan? You bet, leader.
Huh?
Wada-san, don't tell me you were a devil killer too? Yep, as were some of the older drivers. Wow, I guess that means I'm part of an elite team here. That's bitchin'. I love this weird child. Tom Petty, you honest bastard. From what I hear, Suzuki-san, Devil Takamura is as quick as they come. Don't go out there without a plan.
Hey.
I'll keep that in mind. Then, without further ado, boys, let's get back to it. Before that, can I ask one thing? Why did you leave street racing? And the devil killers? ... They meant everything to you, didn't they? Well, I think you ought to leave it there, Suzuki-san. I'm sure you have some things in your life you'd rather keep close to your chest. Sorry. That was rude of me.
Yeah.
Nah, you're just curious. I should be the one apologizing. Wada-san's like, we know your name is not Suzuki, sir. What are you doing poking around in other people's business when you have such a large business yourself? Okay, everyone, why don't we all just drive safely, give it our best, and leave the heavy stuff behind, huh? Sounds like a plan to me. Oh man, I need to take Wada with me everywhere I go and just have him be like, okay, everyone, it's time to stop talking about that. Let's all go outside and do something else. Because, like, I could use somebody who just is like, nope, we're done with this now. It's awkward, but we're all just gonna leave and do something else. Because, like, I don't always know when to like, that, I don't know. Sometimes I have trouble backing my way out of conversations. I don't know how to do it. I have a distressingly bad habit of answering questions people ask me with full honesty. And that's gotten me into situations. I need Wada to help me. Tom Petty told me your name isn't Suzuki. Tell me your secrets. Devil Tanemura. No doubt you'll be my toughest opponent yet. But make no mistake, I won't go down so easy. Oh, Suzuki-san. Alright. I'm gonna customize out of that. Oh god. Yeah, no, I can't do it. That handling was rough. Okay. I'll take the good tires, though. Okay. Okay. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Am I gonna pay for that? I'm not paying for that. You know what? Maybe I will. Maybe... No, maybe I'll put the Haruka decal on. Now he's really he's really laying low. Super good. We've already established he's bad at that, so we're just gonna do it. It's that client you always pick up on the highway. He said something about the stage being set. Does that mean anything to you? It means I need to beat Devil Takamura, put an end to his team, once and for all. Oh, he got the nod. He got the nod. Yeah, he gave the nod back. Nothing important. I'll be going now. This is man business. Alright. Drive safe. I don't want to know what's going on. No. This doesn't have anything to do with me. Bye. Oh shit, here we go. Who you betting on today? Devil Takamura, duh. Yeah. I heard rumors about that taxi driver being good, but no way in hell he's beating Takamura. In all honesty, I kind of want him to win. The cabbie, I mean. Yeah, those devil killers have been out of control for way too long. They're a pain in the ass to everyone, racers included. Shh. There he is. So, you're Suzuki, I presume. Yeah. And you're Devil Takamura, I take it. Serious business. NPC, I have bucket tissues. The one and only. Alright then, just so we're clear, you'll disband your group if I win. The, ADHD need to constantly clarify. Whoa, hey, relax. We'll still have time in the limelight. Gotta appreciate that, you know? I mean, look around. This guy has a real doofy vibe. Street racers from all over Japan are hanging on our every movement. They're even streaming us online. Imagine that! Why, it's the future! But it's not often a taxi driver like you gets his 15 minutes of fame, huh? I bet there's a lot of money riding on this. Am I right? Huh. So what if there is? Don't you have any respect for your founder? You talking about that Nakajima guy? Who cares about that old has-been? He's all washed up now. I mean, working to save money to fix up your car? Racing solely to improve your time? Sounds like shit my grandpa'd say. As you can see, I ain't new to this game. Cause of my genius, this street racing shit is our cash cow. Guess it doesn't hurt to have the devil killer's image, though. And people respect that image because of how hard the founders worked to build it. And this is how you repay them? Oh my god, he's giving him a dad talk! There's no dash cam in any of these games. That's true. Fuck yeah, dude! As long as the devil killers keep raking in the money, what's the problem? You really need to keep up with the times, man. This guy doesn't know a thing. But for real, don't worry. Everyone knows the devil killers are still the most badass team from way back when. That part ain't gonna change. Well, at least until I milk the devil killer's image for all it's worth. Then hey, who knows? Maybe I'll start something new. Sky's the limit, you know? And hey, these shitheads should be honored. An entrepreneur like me is doing them all a favor. Ah ha ha. Well, now I hope we get to beat his ass because he called himself an entrepreneur. I won't let you throw all those dreams away. Y'all, this is Yakuza 5. Dreams are important. Oh, and what's a cabbie gonna do? You think I got where I am just by talking big? Let me tell you, buddy, point blank, I earned my spot as 5th leader of the Devil Killers by being the fastest fucking driver, period. Now let's get this show on the road. Gotta give the audience what they come for, right? He just looks very douchey to me. Okay. Okay, I can't look at the chat while I'm doing this. Sorry. Fuck! Ah, this sucks. But I see him. Oh, fuck! Oh, I did it wrong again! Shit! Oh, man, I'm bad at this. I'm good at some things, but not at others. I'm gonna do that later, y'all. I hope that comes back, because I'm gonna use it. Also, I just like to do edibles and play video games, y'all. I'm not good at them. I mean, it depends on what you mean by good. Like, I mean, I taught myself how to play, like, Rishi Mahjong and Koi Koi, so, like, it's not like I'm bad at everything. Twitch response things, I'm not the best at. Ooh! Now that is pretty. I do love a drift. Yo, it's a fiery drift! Oh, I see your redemption. Okay. Because we're motoring. What's your price for flight? And finding Mr. Right. Fuck! Fuck! Ah! We'll be all... Get the fuck out of my way! Be alright tonight. Ba-da-da-da-da. Shit. That's all I can do while I'm driving. Sorry, y'all. Sister Christian, now your time has come. Oh, I almost did it again. Dang. Okay, okay. Because we're motoring. Oh, good, good. Okay. Fuck. No. No. Fuck. There we go. That's why I saved it. That's why I saved it. Hopefully that'll do it. Yes! Eat my dust. It was a fancy car fire, fancy car fire guy, Buster. Thank you. Yes! I am the winner! Now I'm probably gonna have to fight this guy. No way! That taxi driver? He actually did it! The absolute madman, he beat Devil Takamura! What could happen? What could possibly happen next? Oh, fuck. ... Well, I guess congratulations are in order? I don't need your fanfare. What I want is your crew to break up. That was your end of the bargain. Okay, everybody, listen up. Hey, you can't be serious. Certainly you don't need to keep such a silly promise. Yeah, ain't no reason to break us up now. Break up? Whatever gave you that idea? Excuse me? With all these people watching, this is a perfect chance to show what happens when you get on the devil killer's bad side. Give this bastard a thrashing, I say. Ha 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 ha. With pleasure. I don't know why I did it that way. With pleasure, gonna give me some payback. I'm generally not one to resort to violence, but alas, duty calls. Sorry, Mr. Suzuki. I'm afraid you'll have to take your medicine like a man. That isn't what we agreed upon. This is how I know Kiryu has ADHD. Do you know what I mean? He's like, this is not what we agreed to. You just said. What happened to the fastest guy calling the shots? Oh, that. See, there's been an update. It's the strongest guy who gets to call the shots now. Maybe you missed the memo. Well, it just so happens, guy, that you were talking to the strongest man. Maybe ever. Maybe whoever lived. I don't know. I mean, he's probably not stronger than Goku, but that's not fair. He's probably at least as strong as Jotaro. Ooh, I don't know. Star Platinum, though. That's a tough one. He doesn't have a stand. If he had a stand, he would probably be stronger than Jotaro. But he doesn't have a stand, so. It ain't pretty. Okay, what happens? What are we waiting for? Time to let the world knows what happens when you mess with the devil killers. And let me say, it ain't pretty. That guy in the background was extremely stoked. I like it when they go ooh and do a little dance. That makes me very happy. All right, what do we got here? Oh, I didn't go to the weapons. You know, I don't think it's gonna be a problem. I am at plot. All right, here we go. And this guy's at Carly stick time. Oh! I like that! Ah ha ha! Fuck you! Oh man, that just about got him too. Oh! That was just about evil. You know what? Y'all disappoint me so bad. Did I use up my fan? No, that's the top one. I'm very disappointed in y'all, and I will disrespect you now with this hammer fan that makes a clanking noise when I hit you in the head with it, so probably you're gonna die, because this is really a hammer. Oh, a bunch of people died on that one. I was wondering where this was the plot or maybe premium. Yeah. Yo, we're getting our asses out of here. You'll get yours soon enough, man. I'll make sure of it. Hold up. It's me, some other guy. I'm the Hello, it's me, the foreboding man. I've come to forebode at you. Oh, man. Wow, he got really good at playing that Taiko game. What a pitiful sight. Never thought the legendary devil killers could sink so low. You ought to be ashamed. Hey, ain't that? Ooh. Seriously, you don't know? That guy? It's like the biggest name in racing here in Fukuoka. No way. Onisaka-san? Who's this? It's a very grandpa-y way. Kiryu's getting really dadly in some of this stuff too. He's like, "What? Who is this character all of a sudden? Why? I have paneling to put up in my den. Shoot, I didn't know you were gonna be here. You start acting up on this scale, word is gonna reach me. Oh my god, look at that guy in the background. He's fucking filming everything. Well, you see, this is all the taxi driver's fault. He picked a fight with us, so we, don't even bother. I've been doing my own research. I heard you were throwing your weight around, and I only gave you a pass because you had clout with the community. But now that's all ancient history. Yeah. What's your point? My point? Do I really need to restate how bad this taxi driver beat you to a pulp? He's top dog now, so abiding by our rules, I am ordering you to break up the Devil Killers. But that would mean the Devil Killers are pretty much done for at this point. What with Onisaka-san giving the orders? Oh, sorry, y'all. One man really has that kind of pull? Of course he does. He's pretty much the law in racing circles. Oh my god, like Judge Dredd! I am the law. You're not the law, I'm the law. I am the law. Your team is hereby disbanded, never to use the Devil Killer's name again. Any objections? No. Then get your ass off the road. This sucks, man. You heard the man. So you're Suzuki, huh? I'm Onisaka. I look after the young guns around here. Thanks for intervening. No need to thank me. You're the one who beat Takamura. That's all I needed to see. But without you, they wouldn't have honored the agreement. So, I appreciate you showing up. Slow down there, pal. You don't think I came all this way just to help you get rid of a few punks, do you? Well, why then? Well, you work for Nakajima, right? Yeah, I do. Then I'm assuming he wanted you to race the Devil Killers into submission, huh? Break them up that way? Ultimately, yes. Yeah, that ain't gonna fly with me. Why not? Because he's a coward? People who chicken out of a challenge have no say in racing matters? What do you mean by that? 20 years ago, two of us were rivals. Nakajima, the undisputed champion, and me, the runner-up. No matter how many times I raced him, he always won out in the end. I lost to him countless times. Then one day, I decided enough was enough. I took a year off to travel the country, taking on as many other racers as I could. Before I left, I made Nakajima swear not to lose to anyone. That way I'd still be taking on Fukuoka's best when I got back. But when I returned, I found out he vanished from the streets. Gone. Just like that. Promises be damned. It demoralized me, Suzuki-san. An entire year completely down the drain. With no explanation whatsoever. All that time, with nobody to race? A fucking way to leave an old friend behind. I'm sure Nakajima-san had his reasons. He's not the kind of guy to break his word. You think I don't know that? I know he must have some kind of situation. But that still doesn't keep me from wanting that race. He owes me. I'll never forget the thrill I get going up against him. I can't. So I won't give up on street racing until I got another taste of it. My pride won't let me. Go back and tell that boss of yours I've been waiting. And whenever he feels like honoring his promise, I'll be behind the wheel. Same place I've been for 20 years. Onisaka, huh? Chief? I know you're not the kind who goes back on his word. What happened all those years ago? It was 20 years ago. About a month after Onisaka left, I got in an accident. An accident? I wasn't driving dangerously or anything. We were just coming home from shopping. I was under the speed limit. No distractions. But I couldn't say the same for the other car. A street racer smashed into us. Dot, dot, dot. He came around the corner at high speed and lost control. He was completely at fault. Did you get hurt? No. I came away with just scratches. But my wife sitting beside me wasn't as lucky. No! She hit her head, I guess. There weren't many external injuries, but she fell into a coma. I really should have been angry with the guy who did that to my wife. But I couldn't summon up any rage. He was a street racer, just like me. Dot, dot, dot. That's when I realized it could have just as easily been me causing a crash like that. Just one little mistake could end up costing some innocent person their life. When I got to thinking, I just couldn't go back to putting the pedal to the metal like I used to. I was too scared. So you quit street racing at that point? Yeah. Now, of course, I remember what I promised Onisaka, but I knew I just couldn't keep it. Who could, after what happened? After the accident, my wife never regained consciousness again. She was alive, but she never woke up. Strange, ain't it? I lived life on the edge, but I was still standing. My wife never took a risk in her life. It ended up like that. I just couldn't accept it. Y'all, this is sad as shit. Oh my god. This damn game making me cry again. This is not fair. I whisper her name into her ear over and over, day in and day out. Thinking one day, maybe she opened her eyes and sit up like nothing ever happened. But that ain't how life works. No matter how much I loved her or prayed for her to come back, she wouldn't wake up. We're all pretty powerless when it comes down to it. All I could do was keep hoping she'd recover and work to pay her hospital bills, but even that was beyond me. See, I used to be a day laborer, but I poured all my earnings into my ride. I had no savings and no steady job. If I didn't do something, I'd fall behind with the medical bills, so I had to find work. That's when you turned to taxi driving. Yeah, driving was all I could do. Besides, all I really wanted was... what? God damn you, Yakuza 5! I just wanted to have her sit next to me again. Dot, dot, dot. She couldn't drive herself, but she loved it when I took her for a spin. I still remember her in the passenger seat, laughing, smiling away. If she came out of that coma, I want to be ready to take her on another ride. I reckon that would have made her happy. But then I figured after that accident, she be too scared to do that again. So I thought if I became a taxi driver and learned safe driving, that maybe she'd be okay with it. Maybe we could go back to the old times. Maybe we could go back to the old times. Just the two of us riding in the wind. But a year ago, she finally lost the battle. Chief, I'm sorry. I had no idea. Who you're looking at right now is a miserable wreck of a man who can't even wear his own wedding ring because it hurts too much to remember. I couldn't save the one I loved. I broke the promise I made to my rival. I'm a no-good, worthless wretch. That's not true. You helped me out when I was in a bad place. I'm thankful for that, and I have nothing but respect for you. So please, don't talk about yourself that way. Suzuki-san. If Onisaka-san knew about this, I'm sure he'd forgive you for going back on your word. You still haven't told him about the accident, right? No. I want to use my wife as an excuse and just couldn't face up to him. I'm a former racer myself, so I know exactly how he feels. I know how much he wants that rematch. Yeah, but if I told him about the accident, sure, he'd probably let it slide. But think about what that'd do to him. Cars have been his life. I don't want to ruin that for him. I don't think telling him is a good idea. So you want Onisaka to keep on racing then? I used to want that. I figured with me off the road, he might as well do enough racing for the both of us. But now I don't know. He's getting old. I don't want him chained to that life until it's too late. One day he'll push it too far. And when he bows out, I want it to be at the right time. I don't want him to end up like me. Now, if someone were to beat him in a race, maybe that would give him what he needs to lay his pride down. Then that's what I'll do. Huh? I'll challenge Onisaka-san and put an end to his career. You'd do that?
Hey.
Sure. Back when I was lost, you gave me a place and a purpose. It's always been a lot to me, so let me pay you back.
Yeah.
But that's asking too much. Nakajima-san, listen. I've taken down all the devil killers, and now I'm the fastest in Fukuoka, just like you were. It's my turn to step up and race in your stead. You leave this to me. Suzuki-san. Thank you. Holy shit. Well, I guess I'll finish it out. Good God. Hopefully it's a little better than the last time. We got a request for you, Suzuki-san. The place is, let's see. Oh, it's right in front of the office. Shouldn't take me long then. I don't see the client. Oh, hi there, Wada-san. Hi there yourself. On break right now? You could say that. Alright. I will say it. See you around then, I guess. What's wrong? It's me, by the way. Huh? I'm the one who requested you. What? You're the client? Do you want me to drive you home again? No. Don't you remember what the chief said when you first got hired? I'm the most senior driver. He wanted me to give you some driving tips.
Hey.
And you have. They've come in real handy. Haha. Well, I got one more piece of advice for you. What about? Today I want to tell you about Onisaka. You're kidding. Chief needs you to race him, right?
Hey.
Something like that? Like, maybe exactly... Okay, yes, it's that. Then I might just be able to help. You used to be a street racer yourself, didn't you? Oh, you bet. That was years ago, though. Onisaka used to be one of the Three Musketeers, you know? Man, y'all do, like... It's always a number of a thing. I mean, I know Three Musketeers, but, like... Do you keep getting the kings of things? Let me guess. The predecessors to the Four Kings? You're sharp. Top 3 racers in Fukuoka at the time took on that name from an old French novel. And, when you know it, our chief was the fastest of them. Biggest speed demon in all of Fukuoka. People used to call him Athos. The eldest and most fatherly musketeer. Wow, this is more about the Three Musketeers than I thought we were going to be getting. Elite Four every time. Y'all, I thought they were just going to be like the Three Musketeers, like, you know. No, we're going to learn about the Three Musketeers, I guess. Onisaka was third in rank. He went by the handle Porthos. But Onisaka was a tenacious one. He kept getting faster and faster. When he got back from his travels, he was at the top of his game. If the chief hadn't already quit, Onisaka probably could have taken him. So that's how it was. Yup. Onisaka's the kind of guy who would do anything just to shave a millisecond off his race time. 20 years have passed, but I bet he's still in peak condition. In fact, if he stuck with it all these years, he might even be faster yet. That's something to consider. Well, look, I requested you, so for all they know, you're on a job, right? That is true. You should use this time to get some practice. You need to train if you want to beat Onisaka. Any ideas how I would go about doing that? How about you and me hit the highway? What, you want to race? Why not? If you think you're ready to take on Onisaka, you ought to have no trouble beating me. How many more people am I going to have to race in a taxi? Thank you. It's so many people. Disasterful! Happy Pride to you! But you haven't raced in years, right? Hey, I'm behind the wheel every day. I still got the thunder in my veins. Dang, Wada. Here's what we know about Wada. He loves a big metaphor and a cabaret girl. But driving a taxi isn't really the same thing. And I know I'm one to talk, but you're not as young as you used to be. Nonsense. I'm still plenty young. We are racing. So if Nakajima-san was the head musketeer and Onisaka was the third in line, maybe the second fastest was R.I.P. Okay, I'd be honored to race you, Wada-san. That's the spirit, but you should know I'm not your average ex-street racer. You're ready for a challenge. I'm sure he was right behind the chief in terms of speed and ability. Better not take him lightly. Oh man, alright, here we go. I have the Haruka car. If I lose this one, I'm just gonna go do something else, because I've just about had enough racing, I'll tell y'all that. What is this shit? Dang. Tired of being bad at it. Fiery drift. Oh, fuck! I literally just stopped paying attention to the screen for a second because I was looking... Well, I was paying attention to the screen, but more the heat move. And I was like, oh shit, I'm still driving! Sort of. Not while we're doing a spinny. No. Ah! I know! Not with that shit there, neither. This motherfucker! God damn it! No! Whoa, what am I doing now? I think I might have done it too early. God damn it, Wada! Did I lose? Oh shit. I did do it too early. Fuck. I didn't know we were gonna do 2 laps. I guess I should have been able to guess that. I mostly just wanted to get to the story of Nakajima's wife, and now I'm like, I don't care about this no more. Because I just thought it was very, you know, it's a really good sub-story. But, like, this part, I do not care. I guess I could get out of it, but I might as well finish it up. I don't know if I can get out of it. I mean, I could probably invest in learning which button is the drift button, but I don't want to. So I didn't. Fucker. No, he's gonna get me. I can't beat him. I'll lose. Yeah, I did lose. I don't care. If the game demands drift in order to survive the basis content, the game is bad, period. I mean, I'm like, to be honest, not all of the mini-games are equally as good, and I feel like we can all love Yakuza and admit that to ourselves. My favorite, I mean, a lot of times the ones where they're kind of like, whatever, is stuff that you only have to do once or twice, and, you know, like, that's fine. I mean, it's not, like, I would prefer it, you know, whatever. But, you know, they put so much, when you put so much into a game, you know, because there's always so much, and this is the most so much. I think until we get to 7, where it's also like, wow, this game is large. 7 also has a fat ass, y'all, for real. They can't all be stern old man dance karaoke. No, but they're about to be again. I survived Taxi and a couple others. Oh man, that the RNG on that cat fighting in Zero is a real hurt piece. Like, Jesus. there's always some damn thing where I'm just like, I consider platinuming, getting, like, games, and then about 80% of doing the stuff you have to do to plat the game, I'm just like, I don't want to do this anymore. It's not fun. And then I quit, and then I just don't. Because, like, I don't know, my main thing with games is I just want to have fun. Like, I'm looking for fun and distraction. That's not the only reason to play games. It's not the only legitimate reason to play games, but it is my reason to play games. So if something gets too frustrating, I'll usually just nope out of it. Well, I mean, some people like to play games to be challenged, or to, like, you know, kind of challenge themselves with, like, different, you know, learning different games, like, really deeply and stuff. Like, and that's, like, totally chill and cool. It's just not, like, how I like to do things. I mean, if you, like, crank the difficulty on these games and, you know, go into some of the, more technical fighting stuff, like, you know, you could do some, like, cool, high-level, like, skill shit with these games. It's just, like, not what I like to do. UFO catcher became harder every time. It's real variable from game to game how good the UFO catcher is. Alright, who's ready for some very, arm-heavy dancing? Oh, and Kiryu's gonna say his poem. Okay, I think she gets ring. Yes. Let's do it. Alright, y'all, before we start, which song should I have Kiryu sing? We've got Baki Mitai, Machine Gun Kiss, and Kamurocho Lullaby. What do you think? Have an opinion? I'll just pick one if y'all don't care, but I thought I would ask. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I just like wienering around with the UFO catcher even if I don't get anything. It's just a nice, like, little weird thing to do for 5 minutes.
Happy. Thank you. Kokoro kara no omoi. そばにいるのがファイ俺じゃない Goodbye Sorry 壊れそうなマイマイ
There he goes! This is how I dance. It's mostly arm movements. So y'all understand that we're gonna have to get every hostess up to an S ranking because I'm gonna need to see every protagonist do this. So you're just gonna have to bear with that because this is important to me. This is making my life significantly better. Yeah. Look at him go, y'all!
Happy Thank you 心からの願いそばにいるのがファイ俺じゃない Goodbye Sorry 壊れそうなマイマイ I never forget you 一生忘れない君へのラブとこの胸のペン思いつけらない止める術もない
This is when he says his poem.
俺を嘲笑うように輝く
Is he doing the air traffic controller? Ah! That's not a bad score, y'all. Hana is my waifu in the first place. She's the only one who isn't doing this as part of her job as a companion for rent. I mean, the duet that she and Akiyama do together is truly amazing. It's so good. I wish they had done more duets. They're really nice, but like it's especially nice when it's like those two together. I just love to see like I don't know, like Hana-chan looks like she could like a not perfect, but like she looks like a real plus size girl. And like it's just nice to see a plus size girl in a video game. And like I don't know, like as a person, it's nice. I like it. She is I think also best girl in my opinion in the series. I mean, I like this one. It's very extra, so we're just gonna do that. Why doesn't she do it? She doesn't feel the passion. My sweet babe. Baby. Megan, welcome! Well, I mean, you don't have to, like, answer it if you don't want to, Lil Sob, you know? Or until you want to. It's, like, fine. You can do that. I don't know if you're I mean, I wouldn't say you're being weird. I mean, like, if you're having some feelings and it's a little hard to deal with, that's, like, pretty normal and it's okay. You know what? I'm going to do a loadout update before I go to the plots. Plots. I mean, it might be too late to go to the plot, but like, there's nothing else to do. I have fully, like, just dug deep in the content. So that's what we're gonna do. Oh, fuck off, man. Nope. No. No. I'm going the wrong way. Yep. Going the wrong way. Oh, god damn it. It's one of these Victory Road weirdos. Oh, thank you, Disasterful. That's such a great reply. I appreciate, that you are giving great advice there. That it's not, it is not weird to feel weird when someone gives you mixed signals. That is an extremely good observation. Oh, God. Oh, your face. Well, you're done. Did I cancel the no swearing stream? I did not cancel it. Here's what happened, y'all. Channel points can only be set, rewards, you can only set them for a 30-day, like, time period. And it's expired. So I have to go into the back end and, like, do a thing. But I just can't deal with that right now, so I haven't done it. I'm gonna try to get to it, and we'll see how that goes. But I have to go into the Twitch backend and push some buttons. And I'm just so not able to do anything right now. So I'm kind of like, I apologize, but it might take me a few streams to get that back up and running. But it's not gone. It's just like on pause until I do what I'm supposed to do in the back end. J-Mob's Gaming Multiverses rating. Hey, thank you for the raid. Welcome Raiders. My name is Allie. I'm from Ok2BeFat because it is Ok2BeFat, and I stream Yakuza games, and this is Yakuza 5. I hope you enjoy. I'm actually about to go do an amount of plot, probably. So, I'm checking my loadout here. I did not get anything better. I don't really like that thing. But I guess it's not gonna matter. You get the glass thing, that's fine. Alright, so what I want to take with the good stuff, right? Probably not quite so many Cali sticks because, like, I would like to get that up. I only bought so many so I could get it up without having to deal with the durability issue. And that the durability kinda sucks. Just a bit. Warning sign's pretty good, but it has like 2 hits. Which kinda sucks. The gun kinda sucks too. You have to shoot them so many times, y'all. You have to shoot them so many times. It's too many times. Okay. I could probably take one. No, I need to take... I'm gonna take some... It's probably not even gonna be a problem, but... Let's just be prudent. I don't like getting game overed. I mean, I could take a stamina royale, really. Alright, that's good. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, cool. Alright. We're going to the plot now. I do not wish to fight you, angry man. I put my peaceful beads away. I need to back. Oh, right, I gotta talk to Nakajima so I can go to the pier. No, I am not the person you think I am. Ha, fuck you. No, you can't. Okay. Here we go.
やり残したことがあったら、それとも、もう
Yes.
人に行くとね。
Take me to the pier.
はい。鈴木さん、気をつけて。無事に帰ってくるとよ。はい。ありがとうございます。
Oh shit, y'all, it is happening.
Ah! 青山のクソったれはどこや？おじけづいて逃げたとや。
お前たちごとき連中、大公が手を出すまでもない。
なんや、お前も喧嘩するんとちゃうんか、兄弟。
まさか喧嘩は兵隊の仕事です。私が直接手を下す必要もない。
もったいな。喧嘩ほど楽しい瞬間ないっちゅうのに。
私はあなたや桐生さんとは違います。手を出すことに喜びなど覚えない。
せやったらなんでわしのこと連れてきたんや。喧嘩の助立ちせいっちゅうんやないんかい。
もしもの時のためですよ。あの人が来た時のためのね。
あの人？
さあ、そろそろ始まります。楽しいショータイムがね。
さあ、時間だ。始めようか。
Oh shit, he's here and he brought the taxi!
あなたは
この喧嘩、俺が引き受ける。
4代目。
それは昔の話だ。今は流すタクシーという会社で働くただの運転手だ。
まさか4代目、登場会に協力するためにわざわざ。なんとお礼を言っていいのか。
ああ、協力しに来たぜ。ただし、ろくに極道の筋も知らないお前らガキが間違った道に進まないようにするためにな。
You are the one from my dreams.
やっぱり来ましたか。
Thank you for the redemption.
青山、
どうせまだらめ組長あたりに泣きつかれたんでしょ。山笠組を助けてくれって。
まだらめはまだ生きている。お前は山笠組を潰し損ねたんだ。
まったくあなたって人はどこまでお人よしなんだか。まだらめは殺し損ねたんじゃない。初めから適当に痛めつけられればそれでよかったんですよ。
なんだと？
あの爆発を見ておかしいと思わなかったんですか。もし本気で殺すつもりならあんな中途半端な手は使わない。もっと確実な方法で殺します。
どういうことだ？
私としては山笠組と喧嘩する口実さえできればよかったんです。それに今 まだらめに死んでもらっては都合が悪い。堂島会長の行方がわかるまではね。
なんだと。
まだらめは堂島会長とつながっている。堂島会長をおびき出すには格好の素材ですから。
お前まだらめを使って大悟を誘い出す気か。
我々としては一刻も早く堂島会長の身柄を押さえておきたいんでね。さあ、それじゃあそろそろ始めましょうか。準備はいいですか、4代目。
その前に一つ聞いておきたい。
何でしょう。
この喧嘩、俺が一人でお前ら全てを始末したら組同士の戦争にはならねえよな。
Cause I'm just some guy.
おっしゃってる言葉の意味が分かりませんが。
言葉通りの意味だ。俺が一人でお前ら全員倒したらそれは仇とヤクザのただの喧嘩、組同士の争いにはならない。そうだよな。
バカな、何を言ってるんだ。
桐生さん、八幡、お前は引っ込んでろ。こいつら全員俺がぶん殴る。待って。
This is what I mean when I say he's like a
山
demigod.
笠組は解散させないって。
何をバカな。本当に頭おかしいんじゃないのか。
何がおかしい。
Hoo hoo.
この人数相手に一人って、しかも戦争にはならないだと。そんなわけないだろ。
We'll see about that. I'm pretty sure Kiryu is not the best arbiter of being
時代が
of what being a true Yakuza is. Bless.
なん
Oh.
です誰と誰が喧嘩したら戦争になるとかいう時代じゃないでしょう。これだから古い人間は困る。
Oh shit!
人をバカにすんのも大概にせえ、ガキが。
渡せ。
その条件わしが飲む。キルハンが登場界のガキ全員倒したら山笠組との戦争にはさせん。
渡せ、何を勝手に。
Watase is in love with Kiryu.
渡瀬組が預かる言うとね。なんか文句あるんか、青山の兄弟。よし、それじゃ始めや。この喧嘩、立ち会い人はこのわしや。
It's like, yeah, this is gonna be awesome.
何をしてるお前ら。4代目だからといって手加減はいらない。行け。
All right.
ああ、そうだ。手加減はいらねえ。
I won't hold back.
死にてえやつだけかかってこい。
If you don't want to die, bring it. Now, if you want to die, bring it. The whole social plan. Look at the map. It's amazing. Alright. Let me put this on. Alright, cool. Let's do it. Alright, this sucks. Alright, let's put that away. Oh shit! This guy's got a whole shotgun. Where's the shotgun, man? You know what? Let me try this assassin spear. That didn't really work. But fuck off, man. Assassin spear will like get the fuck off me, bro. Oh! That's right. Oh, y'all! That man died. Yeah, shit'll clear a room. The fuck? You can't tell me these aren't the greatest games ever made? Why would you lie? I'm just cheesing it. I don't give a shit. I got 30 goes of this. This is going great. Yo, they shot a whole bazooka at this man. He dodged it. He didn't even miss. What are they gonna do now? Why is this man after the bazooka? Did that man explode? Oh, I should have brought the cannon. Well, that was a mistake. This is pretty good, though. This bitch will clear a room. Get all these little wiener guys out of here. Alright, that was useful. Rocket launchers! Somehow I'm not impressed by the red suit guy after the two dudes with rocket launchers. Yeah, it seems a little bit out of order, but, you know. Hey, I'm gonna fan you. Festival fan time, ho! Come here. I especially like these in groups. Oh, my weapon skill improved because you can get an amount of duders with one of these. Alright, what else do I got? Okay. Ooh, I know. Yeah, it's good. I was just like, it's a demon golf club. What now? Happy Pride! Oh! Bam! Are you pretty serious? Yo! Everyone's like, holy shit.
マジや。くそ。ガキの喧嘩はここまでだ。兄弟。何をしてるんだ、お前。
こないな場面で茶が弾かれたら立ち会い人としての顔が立たん。わしの顔に泥塗るつもりはないやろな。
The whole scene was fucking delightful.
話が違うじゃないか。桐生を倒したいって言っていたのはお前の方だぞ、兄弟。
わしはお前の兵隊。自分の喧嘩は自分で仕掛けるら、ボケが。
Oh man, he wants to fight him in a sexy marginal way. I mean, it's fair. Oh. Kiryu's like, that time you stabbed an old man right in front of me. I was not impressed by that.
聞いてた話と違う。四代目は人は殺さない、情けのある男だって。
誰に聞いた？
それは
誰に聞いたかって聞いてんだ。
登場会の子さんの。
俺はな、そんなに優しい人間じゃねえ。
Yo, Dad is
どんな
angry.
に素性を隠して生きていてもな、中身は自分でもヘドが出るくらいのヤクザもんだ。
Kiryu is extremely over it.
計算だけで乗り切れるほど極道は甘くねえんだよ。よく覚えておけ。次はねえぞ。
I mean, he's scared, but like, I'd be scared too if Kiryu was looking at me like that. Dang. Why you, bitch? Are you serious?
こんな目に遭わなきゃなんねえん
Is
だ。
this bitch serious?
こうなるって分かってたら最初からやらなかったのに。
Agreed to what, bitch?
いい加減にせえ。登場会の頭張るんやったらそない弱気なこと口にすなや。これ以上わしをがっかりさせんな。なんとか言えよ。
Being such a little waiter.
言われただけなんだ。四代目桐生さんを引っ張り出せばそれでいいって。
なんやと言われたって誰に言われたんや。
それはあんたの。
Oh my god.
おい兄弟。
喋りすぎですよ大公。
お前は
What the fuck? Yo, that's Daigo's bodyguard.
森永。
Megan says this is extremely
こん
chaotic.
な再会は嫌だったんですが、四代目。
お前
Oh
動かないでください。
my god.
次は頭を打ち抜きますよ。
どういうことなんだ。お前最初から大悟を裏切っていたのか。
裏切りですか。けなげに働く舎弟を見捨てて一人逃げ出した会長も俺には十分裏切り者に見えますがね。
青山に撃たれた傷はあれは芝居だったっていうのか。
私の仕事はあなたをあの場所に連れて行くことだった。まだらめ組長同様、万一のための装備はできていました。
I appreciate your Elmo trash fire
青山と
emotes.
繋がっていたというわけか。でもなぜ青山を殺す必要がある。
口の軽い極道たちが悪い。
桐生さんにちょっと脅されただけで余計なことをベラベラと喋ろうとするからですよ。
余計なこと。待て、森永。
何ですか？目的を聞かれても答える気はありませんよ。
お前の目的なんてどうでもいい。だが一つだけ教えてくれ。相沢はどうした？相沢は人の裏をかけるような男じゃない。お前が大悟を裏切ったということを知れば、奴はどんなことをしてもそのことを俺に知らせたはずだ。答える森永。相沢は今どこにいる？
本当にあいつは可愛いやつでした。だが知りすぎた。裏の裏までを。
まさかお前。
犬吠山の山中に埋葬してきました。私自らの手で。
Oh my god.
森永。
Kiryu is gonna kill you now.
貴様。
来るなって言っただろうが。
He's very sensitive about people attacking their kyodai.
あかん。今言ったらあかん。
今はまだあなたに殺されるわけにはいかないんです。
I mean, it makes sense after what he did for
あなたにも
his.
死んでもらっては困ります、4代目。
森永。
すべての答えは東京にあります。待ってますよ、桐生さん。
Bitch. So we're gonna kill this guy for sure. I mean, kill. Kiryu never kills anybody. He's gonna accidentally die some other way. Because you do not get to live in a Yakuza game after you have betrayed your sworn brother. That's not how it works.
大乱闘から2日、もうお勤めとは見上げた真面目さだな。
またあんたか。
This fucking cop.
ずいぶん派手にやらかしたみたいじゃないか。
さあ、何のことだかな。
俺にまで白切る必要はねえだろう。もう
Boo, I hate you. Whatever, man.
ほらよ。そういや今朝渡瀬が関西に戻ったみたいだ。野郎ご丁寧に警察の遺体安置所までやってきて青山の遺体に1000個あげてったそうだ。だから自分は青山に利用されたっつうのにおめでたいやつだぜ。でもまあああいう古いタイプの極道がまだ近江にもいたんだな。ある意味嬉しくなるな。いやいや自分で言っててなんだがおかしな話だな。俺にとって奴は一番厄介な存在のはずなのにほんとおかしなもんだ。
奴とそんなに仲がいいのか。
バカ言え。長いこと父兄のデカやってるとよ、敵とはいえ感情の一つや二つくらい湧いてくるもんさ。あんただって現役の頃、腐れ縁のデカの一人や二
You
人
are
いただろ。
no Date-san,
俺と奴は
sir.
そんな感じさ。
And Date-san should stop being a cop. I don't remember if he's a cop again in
そういえば
this game, but if he is, he should stop.
お前によろしく伝えてくれと
He might be a
デカたちに言って
journalist
った
still.
と
I don't think so. I think he's a cop
俺に
again. Stop being a cop,
近
Date.
江のケツは自分が吹くその後東京で白黒つけようってな行くのかお前
Why don't you get out of my business, pig?
今朝犬吠山で男の遺体が見つかった
Oh. Oh, hello, Bizarro. Bizarro, I love you.
身元はまだ不明だが
Are
男
you a
の
good
胸には
boy?
登場界の大門がついていたそうだお前本当にこのままでいいのかこの肝心の時
Stunning profile on this
大
man.
は行方不明のまま今の登場界を支えられるのはお前しかいないんじゃないのか
Stop asking this man to clean up y'all's entire messes. Can you go back to Okinawa?
行きたい場所があるんだったら乗せてってやるだがそれ以外あんたの指図は受けない
Eat it, pig!
俺の行く道は俺が決める
分かった好きにしろ
I
だ
will.
がその前にラジオのニュースくらい聞くんだな
The
あん
news?
たとは短い間かもしれないが濃い付き合いになりそうだじゃ
The news about the bazookas? I know about that already. It wasn't no thing. A cab, stabby duck.
昨日未明、札幌市内で発生した発砲殺人事件に関して北海道警察は今朝被害者を関東一円を拠点とする広域指定暴力団東上会の幹部組員真島五郎氏であると
What?
緊急の会見を開き発表しました関東最大の暴力団組織東上会の現役幹部組員であった真島五郎氏の死亡という事態を重く見た同警察は警視庁と連携し事態の全容解明に努める方針を明らかにしました以上ニュースでしたさあ中田さんのお天気コーナー
Megan is screaming Majima's name. Oh no, his boyfriend. Thank you. Thank you for the bit, Skeleton. Majima's dead and now the weather. Well, he's got the suit back on. Time for serious business. Oh my god, y'all, it's the children. Go home. Okay, well, we're saving the game. It is time to stop the stream, so I'm gonna cut it here. Be aware that when we start on Friday, it is just gonna be BAM! Straight into the plot, because we're gonna start from this save point. So, I hope y'all, I mean, I know it's bouncing weird, blocked screen. I don't know why I won't show y'all my save game, but it don't. I hope y'all had a nice time. I had an excellent time. the ending peer fight in this game is fucking superb. Absolute, just stellar excellence. This is a great game, y'all. Okay, so thank you to everybody in the chat. Y'all make things like so awesome and nice for me, and I appreciate it. Thank you for the raid. I love a raid. I appreciate it so much. Thank you to everybody who comes by and doesn't chat. Everybody who comes by and checks out the stream helps to make the stream great, and I appreciate all of you. And thank you to everybody who's watching along later. I see y'all keeping up, and that's like really cool, and I appreciate it. You know, time zones are a thing. And thank you most of all to my subscribers. Y'all don't gotta do that, but you do it, and it just means the world to me. You have no idea. Alright, so my name is Allie. I'm from Ok2BeFat because it is okay to be fat, and this has been your Yakuza 5 stream. And I'll see you on Friday. Goodbye!